All right, welcome everybody to another Atari 8-bit live stream. I did a little poll today on my YouTube channel and I asked if I was going to live stream, should I do a mix of Atari 8-bit games? Maybe I should do an Intellivision game or something else. So 3 options, and people could let me know in the comments below if they wanted to give me more details. But the Atari 8-bit mix got the most votes, which surprised me because I've already done 2 of them recently. So this is going to be volume 3 of my Atari 8-bit live stream. So tonight I will start with Donkey Kong, which, believe it or not, this is the first time that I've really played Donkey Kong on the Atari 8-bits. Before I started the stream, I played it a little bit just to get a feel for it, to see how it was, to make sure it was something that was streamable. So tonight you're going to see me play Donkey Kong pretty much for the first time, seriously playing it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. And one thing I will say is, one, this is a excellent sounding version of the game. 2, it's also pretty tough. Ooh. I had difficulty just getting anywhere in this game when I was practicing it, and there I go, I lose my first life. So welcome, I got a handful of people who've already joined the stream. Welcome very much. If my audio's off or if anything is wrong, please let me know. Let me check my, I am streaming, so I wanted to make sure that the audio is coming through on my capture device. And as you could tell, I'm not used to this version of the game. Louis S&K is here. Welcome. I think I should just start this game over, don't you? Let's do that. Now, if you're expecting a perfect live streamer, a speed runner, a Twin Galaxies world record holder on all these games, you're not going to get that. You're just going to get a guy Saturday night playing some Atari 8-bit games. Hey, did that. Saved the lady. I think she's just called the lady in this game, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. This is a pretty solid version of Donkey Kong, especially when you compare it to the Atari 2600 version, which wasn't, for what it wasn't bad. Given the limitations of the system. Ooh, lots of company over here. I might be in trouble. Oh, good, he didn't go up the ladder. There we go. Hey, David, welcome to the live stream. Looking at people in the chat. Every once in a while, turning my head, but in this version of Donkey Kong, I really got to keep my eyes open because this is a tough version of the game, as you can see right there. Like the little halo that appears over Mario's head. Look at that. Got barrels all over the place. This is definitely not... Ooh! Oh, I thought I almost made it there. This is definitely not the 2600 version of the game. But it is one good looking port. And a good sounding port to boot. Woohoo! Let's see, what do we got? We got the platform level now, the springboard level. Oh, and I couldn't make it. So I believe this follows the Japanese order of the arcade, I think, where you just start with the first 2 levels. So how am I supposed to... Well, I guess I just don't... Guess I go over here. Ooh, good. I got it. Cafe Man's here. Welcome. Andrew's here as well. Welcome, both of you. If you're just joining me, this is basically my first night ever playing this version of Donkey Kong. And it is a good version, I will say that. Come on. What are you, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Oh, and of course. And I couldn't jump over them. Let's play this one more time before we possibly move on. Got a few other games planned for tonight. I just have to remember not to turn off the system, but to hold the reset button so it doesn't disrupt my stream. I'm saying that for myself. Oh, man. Check that out. Risk is here. Hello, Risk. No! I just bought Bermuda Triangle for the 2600. I know I reviewed that game. I'm pretty sure. Is that the one where you can... No, that's Crash Dive I'm thinking of. There we go. Bubby's here, says it's the best version of Donkey Kong in his opinion. This is a good version. It's tough, but it's good. I'm not very good at it. The rivets in the middle remind me of the vitamin wafers, the color scheme in Pac-Man. What do I do here? I'm toast. Let's try one more time. I could do better than that. I don't know how much better. I'm going to see what I can do. Of course, this came out twice. They repurposed it for the XE, repackaged it. Same game, I believe, but different box. Well, that was an easy time this time. Sounds are so good. If you've ever played the ColecoVision version of Donkey Kong, let me know which one you prefer. I've never played the I've never played a ColecoVision. Well, I played the ColecoVision Flashback, but I've never played the real deal because I just never had the system. No, don't get stuck on the ladder. There we go. Way Out's here. Welcome. A lot of people are complimenting this version of the game on the chat. Seems to be universally liked. So I guess this was a good game to start out with. Ooh. Just got caught in between a barrel and a hard place there. Cafe Man says this version is better than the ColecoVision, because I know that was like a packing game, and a lot of people like the ColecoVision. Obviously, this is better than 2600 port, which I actually like for what it is, and this is obviously better than the Intellivision port, which I think is pretty horrendous. Misjudged that. Jalen's here. Do you have any good Atari 2600 games that you would recommend for new people who want to play Atari? But yeah, obviously Pitfall is one. Adventure is a great game. It takes a while to get used to. River Raid. I have a top 10 list, and I can dig it up in a second. I also like Haunted House. Oh, I'm just like joking right now. Let's my antivirus software wants to interrupt the live stream. I kind of like it, but it just at random times it says, "Hey, can we do an update?" and it does it several times a day. So it keeps on top of things, but oh, I'm just not even focusing. Enduro, yeah, that's a good one. Someone else recommended that. There's classics like Missile Command also. Jalen subbed to me. Thank you very much. Let's play another round because I'm talking and dying. But that's okay. It's a live stream. You could do that. Well, I could do that. Some more serious gamers might poo-poo that idea. Please don't jump. Good. Took a risk there that it wouldn't. Man. Trying to get a little breather just to get up to her. Oh, I got stuck on the ladder. Didn't mean to do that. Man, that fireball is traveling. Look at that. Look at that fireball go. It's hammer time. You can't touch this. Ooh. Well, at least he's down up there. That's actually a good thing. This might work out for me. I don't like jumping over those fireballs. I've had trouble. They're so big. Come on. There we go. Have I reviewed Jawbreaker? No, I have not. Let's see. Berserk is another good one. Someone recommended. I'll have to look in a second next time I get a breather. Oh, I thought I could do it. Space Ark. Oh, Cosmic Ark. Is that what you mean? Moon Patrol? I'll have to dig up my list after this game to see what's in my current top 10. 2600 version of Battlezone's pretty good. That's good. No, I haven't reviewed Jawbreaker. Did I answer that question? I don't know. I do have it. Just haven't reviewed it. Oh. If anyone else wants to throw a recommendation for the 2600, feel free. Someone's asking what are some good starter games. I mean, 2-player, of course, you could play Combat. So let me dig out my list real quick. What are my top 10 Atari 2600 games at this time? Because I keep a list. I have 250 plus games ranked. So, oh, Yar's Revenge. Yep. Ice Hockey's a good one. Haunted House, Ms. Pac-Man. How could I forget that? Dig Dug, Demon Attack, Space Invaders. How can I forget Space Invaders? All those are good games. And all those, I think, are relatively inexpensive games for the 2600. So there you go. Oh, someone bought Cosmic Ark because of my review. That's very cool. And if you didn't know, Cosmic Ark is the sequel to Atlantis. And I like Cosmic Ark better because at the end of Atlantis, there's a little ship that takes off, and that's the Cosmic Ark ship. So, do I have Star Wars? I have, do I still have Empire Strikes Back for the 2600? And I have Return of the Jedi Death Star Battle that I played a couple nights ago. I don't have it right on my desk, though, right now. So there's lots of Star Wars games for the Atari systems. And I've reviewed quite a few of them. So let's see. Asteroids. Yep, that's another good one. So let's see. What's going to be the next mystery game? Oh, I'll let you watch a little intermission here. E.T. I wish I still had a copy of E.T. for the 8-bits now that I'm live streaming. That would have been fun to do. Q*bert, Frogger. Yep, those are some classics as well. Let's see. Hold down the reset. Don't want to stop the live stream. Put this in. Hopefully this will work. We're going to play some David's Midnight Magic, a little pinball action for a few minutes. This is an Atari XE cartridge, which works perfectly fine. So let's see how I do. I like E.T. I like E.T. both on the 2600 and the Atari 8-bits. Dr. Distortion's here. Mike's here. Pikachu's here. So I think that's everyone. Coghill Arcade is here. Yep. Magic made a lot of good games, as did Activision. It's, for the most part, you don't go wrong with the Magic or Activision games. It kind of depends on your taste. I am out of practice of this game, so I can't promise you I will do very well, but we will see what happens. So that's a multiplier that I just activated. And I want to say, was it Black Knight that this table is based off of, the Williams arcade game? This is a somewhat difficult pinball game. That ball moves very quickly. And as you can see, I'm not doing well. But it's also a game where, if I recall, like, you can have all these poor just losing one ball after another, and then you have one ball that just racks up the points. So maybe that'll happen here. We'll see. Get that little Atari Fuji symbol up there in the corner. That little lane is a multiplier, I'm sorry. I would like to lock some balls, maybe get some multi-ball going. Oh, that's that little arrow. Oh, it didn't work. That was a magnetized lock. I push a button, and if the ball goes there, it'll stop right over that square. And I pushed it, but it didn't go over the square, so it didn't lock. And I lost the locking ability now. Oh, now I got the one on the other side. And as you can tell, here, there you go, I locked it, see? And then it drops down, and then I lose it. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Joe's here. From California, greetings. Pikachu mentions Laser Blast. Going about as well as when I play pinball in real life. If you have real 2600 hardware, get some paddles games like Kaboom and Night Driver. Of course, you need to get some good paddles with that. Centipede on the VIC-20 was amazing. Yeah, Laser Blast does get repetitive. I have Space Invaders, Combat, Berserk Yards, Chopper Command, Moon Patrol, Sequest, Atlantis, Pitfall 2. That doesn't work with my Retron 77. Is it just the Pitfall 2 that doesn't work? Hero is another one a lot of people like. Oh, so close. There's a little, if you look up to on the table, upper left, there's like that little snake squiggly line area. If you get a ball in there, that's where it gets locked, and then you could potentially get a multi-ball. But it's a difficult one. It's difficult to pull off sometimes. And just when I almost get it to the upper portion of the table, it goes right back down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Little tub thumping. Jerome's here. Nick's here. Welcome, welcome. Let's try this again. Let's see. Tried to juggle it. Didn't quite work. So played some Donkey Kong earlier. Now I'm playing David's Midnight Magic, and I got some other games after I play a couple rounds of this that I will be doing. But I really want to lock a ball and activate a multi-ball. I need to put the paddle down when it's heading up there. I forgot. Oh, looks like someone voted for Atari that's in the chat. Thank you for the vote. I put a poll up asking what I should live stream tonight. If I did, and Atari 8-bits won. Such a difficult game. to get the ball up in that upper section, but I just did. But I haven't been able to get it in that locking area yet. A lot of blips. And some bloops. Here we go. There we go. Got one in there. All right. So where the arrow is, if I get the ball in that where that arrow, it will release the other ball, but I can also get another ball locked in there to increase the multi-ball. I'm playing an Atari XL right now, 800 XL. So this is an Atari 8-bit game. Let's see. Any other comments I need to get to? Phoenix is fun. Solaris. And just about any arcade port, which is Atari arcade port, is good. Oh, missed it. I gotta lock a ball, and then I want to get a multi-ball, and then I'll be happy, and then I'll move on with the stream. So I'm going to try it a couple more times. Of course, there we go. There we go. All right. Now we just have to do something to unlock it. Let's see if I can get another one up there. It can be very difficult to aim the ball in this game. The ball is so small. The paddles are pretty... Oh, got another one in there. So I think if I get a third ball in there, it will automatically launch the multi-ball. So... Or if I get it where that little arrow is pointing. Forgot to put the paddle down. There. Let's see if we can get it up there. Oh yeah, you see there's another arrow. There we go. Multi-ball time. Really easy to lose balls in multi-ball. There goes. But I got some good scores out of that. Broke 100,000, which is good for this game. At least for me it is. So after this game, after I lose all my balls, I will go on. Nick's here. Welcome, Nick. Go to here. Who else? New World Man is here. Voted for Kicks. I couldn't find my Kicks cartridge. I'll try and see if I can find it for next time. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Retro Forever. Studio Yinks is here. Encounter is one of my favorite 8-bit games. Interesting. Oh, great live stream on the Royal Rumble the other night. Thank you very much. 2600 arcade ports. They talk about the differences. If you had to choose to pick one extremely rare Atari 2600 game, which one would you pick? Also, chat can join the question too. So if I had to pick one, what are you talking about? Value? Because you could go with like a game like Air Raid or even Extraterrestrial, not ET, which is a very rare game that might be worth the most money. I don't know what game right now off the top of my head is worth the most. But if it was a rare game to play, I may have to look at my list to figure that out. I mean, Kubert's Cubes was okay. I don't know if that's rare enough. It's like a $100 game. Or up there. Definitely not Glib. That is not a fun game. It's like Scrabble, except the computer doesn't have enough memory to know if you put in a real word or not. So I did a review on that back in the day. So you have to tell the computer every time you put in a word if you got it right or not before it scores. So let's see. Let me go to my rankings to see which rare game I have at the top, and then let me go to see which one's the most valuable game out there right now. Frankenstein's Monster, not super rare, but it's a good one. Tapper is another good rare game. Again, not super rare. Trying to see a lot of the rare games are not that good. Room of Doom's good. It's not super expensive. Stargate is a good one, not super expensive. So I don't have a lot of like super expensive games in my top 100, it looks like. And now I'm going to check and see what currently is the most valuable game. That's what I should have done to start with instead of just looking at my list. So let's see. Let's go Atari 2600 at price charting. Sort by price, high to low. So Air Raid, they have as the highest, going for over $4,000. Pepsi Invaders is $1,000. Lockjaw is $1,000. So let's see. River Patrol. I used to have a copy of that. That's not too bad. It's a $500 game right now. Don't have it anymore. I did sell it, but I used to have that one. So I might have to go with that. I heard Rescue Terra 1, which is like a $200+ game, is pretty good. Sword Quest Waterworld is not great, but it's the best Sword Quest game. Boing, I have that for the... is that the one I'm thinking of? No, that's the Zonix one. Gravatar, the silver version's expensive, but not the other ones. Quadron was decent. That's a decent game. That's $100 plus. Cubert's Cubes over $100. That's one I mentioned. Regular Boing, yes, that is $100. I haven't played that. Survival Island is a good one. I'll go with Survival Island for the Star Pass Supercharger. That is a really good kind of adventure game. If you ever seen that Castaway movie by Tom Hanks, it's kind of like that. So let's switch games. Hang on a second. So hold the reset. Take out the cart. Come on, get in there. This cartridge doesn't want to go in. So I'm there, got it in. Let's see if it worked. Ready. I don't think it's working. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's play some Zaxxon. The old game with the penguins and ice blocks. Pingo. Pingo is it. So play a little Zaxxon. This is another game that I just started playing tonight. I had a 7800 and I played a lot of Desert Falcon. I'm not good at this game. I'm warning you right now, but I'll do what I can. Ooh, I got blown up. Sky Skipper, I haven't played that yet. I do have it in my collection. This is a decent looking port. And I think I'm in the next section. Ooh, how do I... Oh. Okay, how do I get to that? Is this... Okay, that did it. That was weird. Because that force field... It's hard to judge. It really is. I honestly, sometimes I don't know if I'm flying over or under in some of these ones. Like that one, I'm guessing I flew... Ooh, made the boss and I died. Let's see if I can do better than that. Delusionals Arcade is here. Welcome very much. Welcome to the live stream. I think I have a Sega Master System port of this as well, which was mentioned and I'm sure is better than this. But for an 8-bit game, it looks decent. So this part, not having very many problems with. But it's this next part that makes me nervous. I'm just using my gauge right now. Ooh, and I was too low. Okay, I made that one. Made that one. I'm trying to use the green gauge to give me an idea. Because it's helping me. Honestly. And then I meet the bad guy soon. So here he comes. What happened? Did I beat him? I'm not sure. I think I beat him. All right. Level 2. I think. I don't know. It's like the first level over again, so I don't know what happened there. I'll have to look in the chat and see if anyone could tell me. I am not a Zaxxon expert. I know of it, and I played the arcade game a couple times when I was younger. They actually had a copy, an arcade cabinet in a dentist office I visited once. That's where I played it. So I don't have a lot of Zaxxon experience. I did play Zaxxon's Mother Base 3000 for the 32X, which some people don't even count as a real Zaxxon game. So I'm not sure if I beat the boss or if I'm just repeating the first level because it's the same. So I don't know if this is a game where someone says I beat him. So, ooh, I'm not paying attention. Game over. So let's see. Favorite Zaxxon port is the ColecoVision, says Delusional. Got to get the fuel. The Atari had great scrolling abilities for its time. Love Zaxxon on the Tandy Coco. RP Game Pro, welcome to the live stream. So I guess you beat him and you just go back and start over the same level again, I guess. All right, so let's switch out games again. I got something that some people might find humorous. So hang on. So basketball. If you remember basketball, this is from 1979. This game's like over 40 years old. This is a middle-aged game. So, if you remember basketball in the 2600, this game is a lot like that with better graphics, but it's harder to shoot. So I'm going to try it. So I'm the pink guy. He's got really pink skin. And I love the jump. It just looks hilarious to me. So I only played this a little bit. I didn't even play a full game before the stream, but the shooting is not as easy as the 2600 version. But I've gotten a hang of it. I bet some people don't even realize this game was on the 8-bits. Because it's such an early game. It's one of the early games that they didn't like re-release a bunch. That jumping is just funny. Back when I was in elementary school, if you jumped like that, the kids would make fun of you for being unathletic or whatever. Ugh. Blocked me. Or stole the ball, actually. I think that's what happened. See, you can't just hit the button. You have to wait a few seconds before you release it or you won't have enough strength. And then, of course, the guy has more time after that. That was a decent shot for me. Tied it up. You know, I'm shooting it like where the three-point line almost is. I'm making three-pointers here. Ugh. Nice block. Before one-on-one basketball, there was this. Although if you wanted to squint, you could say it's Dr. J versus Larry Bird. But the guy needs some blonde hair for Larry. Those are some short shorts. But you know what? Back in the 70s, a lot of athletic shorts were short. Crazy short. Got a minute to go. This version feels longer than the 2600 version too. Wonder if the clock is more accurate or what have you. See, the computer didn't have enough power and it just kind of went under the basket. No out of bounds. But you know what? It's simple and fun still, like the 2600 version. Before NBA Jam, there was basketball. Oh, too much? No, it was good. So down by 2. I don't... Oh, yeah, I'm not going to win this game. Let's see. Super fun with 2 players. I remember one-on-one on the 64. Almost as good as Double Dribble on the NES. Kind of, yeah, it does look like the 2600 version. Oink was another great 2600 game. I have this game for the 2600. Great game. Never played it, but knew of it. It was originally an arcade game. That's correct. Yes, I forgot about that. Stampede is another favorite. Mr. Do, remember that? I remember when I banned that on my podcast, but that's a long time ago. All right, so I'm going to end the stream tonight by playing a game that has become one of my favorites on the system. I did play it on the last stream. It is an obscure game, so hang on a second. Let's see, hold reset. And I want to play some Orc Attack. This game has grown on me greatly. I really enjoy this game. Pardon me while I drink some of my Kroger Simple Truth Vapor distilled water with electrolytes added for taste. Some good water right there. It was on clearance. Someone ripped the pack open and they had to put it back together with plastic tape. So I saw it. I was like, $2 for a 24 pack. I'll try that water. That's decent. All right. So here we go with Orc Attack. If you've never seen this game, it is humorous. I love the way the guy moves. I'm the guy on top. And I'm already not doing very well, and the game can be bloody a little bit. I didn't notice it at first, but there is sometimes blood when you knock the orcs down, especially if the boulder hits the orc on near the bottom. And if you lose all your health points, you lose your head. So, and I'm not one for gory games, but I find this more humorous than anything. Ooh, and I got hit. You can see my lives. I have 1 life in reserve. I'm going to wait a minute. I want to get as many of these little guys as possible, these orcs. And now I'll drop the boiling oil, which will burn up everything. Oh, get a sword. If they get too high, you get a sword. There we go. Yep, Battle of Helm's Deep Crackpots. This is Lord of the Rings meets Crackpots. Round 2. Here we go, dropping rocks. You have to really line yourself just right, because if you're... Is that a parapet? Is that what they're called? If you're behind it too much, you can't drop the rock. So you have to angle yourself just right. Now I have the Goblet of Fire. I'll hold on to it for a minute. Let some more guys come here. Oops, I lost it. And these guys will fight until they're dead. Cue the Braveheart theme. I'm hearing some Lord of the Rings music myself. That was a good soundtrack. Yeah, I think this is a hidden gem on this system. One of those games you don't hear about a lot. And it feels like it should be a paddle game, but it's not. And it has a really interesting momentum to it, because you hold the button. When you hold the button down, I'm holding the button down, it slows you down. Then you release it. You have to have the rock lifted up enough. Ooh, missed it. Missed it by that much. Ooh, I guess we're going right to the oil. And now I just wait. Yeah, the Journey game, Journey Escape on the 2600 was pretty good. Was this ported to anything else? The ZX or ZX Spectrum and the Commodore 64. Okay, boss time. Okay, I want to get the skulls if they're going to not get blocked by the concrete. I need to stop the skulls, but otherwise I can focus on this guy. I think that one will get blocked. But I better hurry up for this guy over here. And then the other guy, because otherwise it'll hurt me. And now I can focus back on the wizard. And I beat the wizard. Hey, Mr. Wizard. Oh, that one hurt me. Took a hit point away, but I survived. Where will they set up their ladders? Oh, And if they hit you with the arrow, you drop whatever you're holding. So I lost my rock. Got him there. Starting to get kind of intense. Oh, time to drop the oil. You have time to get help from Agent 99. Would you believe they're orcs? That was a really good show. Do you play Street Fighter 2 on the SNES? Sometimes. Saruman, that's right. Is it Gandalf? I only played one Atari 8-bit game and didn't have graphics. Oh, I gotta focus. Oh, beat him. That was easy. It's nice when they line up their ladders real easy like that. That one, you have to get right on the edge to get that one. Oh, and there goes my head. I lost my last life there, but I have one more life. Last health point, hit point. The Genesis graphics are sharper when you use an upscaler. I haven't used an upscaler, so I don't know. But I like the Genesis. I grew up on it. I like the Super Nintendo too. Someday I got a Genesis Mini, and someday I look forward to hooking it up and using it for a live stream. Man, the orcs are just liking this one section for some reason. They keep building right here. And then now they remember that there's another section. Oh, all the way over here. Oh, that's the oil. Oh, and I took him out. Fatality. Kamchia's here. Welcome. Taking a class on 2600 assembly language. Wow. It's more ambitious than what I do. I just play the games. Let's see. I probably should get that one because it looks like he's right. And then I need to get this one. That one I probably can leave alone. This one I need to get. And then that one, I'm going to have to hurry up and get this guy. And then this one. Let's see, I have to get this guy. I think the other one I can probably leave alone. So let's give the wizard a headache. Drop it. Probably should stop this guy, this skull. I don't think I'm going to beat the wizard, but I'll stop the skulls. Yep. Survived the round, though. Ooh, got hit. It's getting tough now. All those arrows. Ooh, I thought I had a rock. You have to go to the side to get your rocks. You know, just like Castle Life is, I guess. Keep the rocks on the side. Man, a little helper guy who could hand me rocks would be very helpful. Help me rock on. Dad joke of the evening right there. My apologies. Let's see, right there. Got to get right on the edge for some of these shots. Ooh. Get down, get down, get down. Sega Arcade like 16-bit and up, and I can understand that. But I like almost all generations. Yeah, I'll try and do a Genesis Mini live stream soon. Oops, pay attention. I wish you could see the boss's hit points. But you can't at last. I think I can leave that one alone for now. This guy sure can take a lot of damage. Oh no, that one's going to get up there. Got him just at the last second. I think I can leave that one alone. Ooh, beat the wizard. I don't think I can hit this guy. Oh, I could. And I will get to all the comments in just a second and try and answer any ones that need a direct answer. But it's also cool when people just chat among everybody, amongst the other people watching. Round 7. All right, now I have to stop these guys. Oh, I don't have the rock. Oh no. I think I may need some oil soon. Oh, there it is. Get down. When they get up there and they do that, they start hurting the castle, making damage on it. Ross is here. Yeah, I do like Q*bert on the NES. It's alright. It's grown on me a little bit. Can't reach that guy. think I should stop this guy. Definitely need to stop that guy. Ooh, beat the wizard. Okay, now let's just try and clear out some of these skulls. All right, round 8. This is like my best game. You guys are witnessing history. You didn't know that you'd be witnessing history tonight, and then I get hit. Pride comes before a fall. Probably see some climbing orcs or ninja orcs that actually climb up the walls without ladders. They're fun. This game is so good. And I have 1 hit point left. Oops. They got over there, so I have to use my sword to stop them. Oh, lost my head. This is called Orc Attack. On the Atari 8-bit computers, this is an 800XL. I actually have a Sega Genesis 6-button controller hooked into it. That's what I'm using to play with. Works perfectly fine. You use the B button as your action button instead of the orange button or red button on your typical Atari joystick. Or yellow button if you have a gem stick. Anybody have a gem stick? Let's get over here and stop these guys. I think I took 3 out with 1. That was pretty good. Oh, there comes the guys on the ninjas, I think is what they're called. Oops, got to get over here. Come on, stop them. I'm in trouble. I can't even pick up the oil as long as they're that high up. And they're hurting me. I'm about to lose another life. There it goes. Hey, can you play Donkey Kong? I played it earlier tonight. I already played that. So yes, I can see the messages from times. My computer is off to my left, like 90 degrees. So I can see stuff in my peripheral vision, but I can't read the messages in my peripheral vision. It's not that good. So I have to turn around. But the problem is, right now, the action's so fast and furious, I have to focus on this or lose a life. There goes the ninjas again. Oh, I have to go all the way over here for a sword. I wish it was on the other side. Knock him back down. Good. Down they go. How are the t-shirts coming? I thought about that, but they haven't been done yet. I have to talk with my man in the t-shirt game. All right, beat him. Yeah, you are limited to how many orcs you can take down. And how much of the ladder. Ooh, that wasn't good. No. This is definitely my best game I've ever played in my brief history with this game. So much focus right now. I want to get a boulder to knock him down, but I haven't been able to. Oh! Ah. Still, that's my best game. 61,000. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see. Wonder if Sega were Atari fans for controller. Yeah, Atari didn't have much of an impact in Japan. Dreadnought Factor is a game I would like to get. Double Devils. Sounds like a bad name of an 80s band. Was this a computer that had Pitfall 3? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Let's see. Is there anything? Yeah, I did get an extra life. Yeah, I'm kind of, I consider myself a 90s guy too, but I mean, when I was young, I had an Odyssey 2, and then later in the late 80s, I had a 7800, and then I went to the Sega Genesis. Let's see, I need to look up something real quick. Pitfall 3, I didn't even realize, honestly, I didn't realize there was a Pitfall 3. It says on the ZX Spectrum or ZX Spectrum. Didn't realize that. Yeah, I knew there was a Pitfall 3D. Is that, I wonder, is that like a legit thing? Because I see a reference to that, but I don't see it under another page. So I wonder if that's a homebrew. I don't know what that is. All right. There's a port of Pitfall 2 where beating the game sends you to an entirely new and original area. That's basically a new game. Yes, the Atari 2600 was released in Japan as a 2800, and it was a disaster. Pretty sure the 8-bits were popular in Czechoslovakia and Hungary. Interesting. Pitfall 2 Adventures Edition. Yes, I think I've heard of that. So you skip the NES and upgrade to a Genesis. Well, I chose a 7800 over the NES is what happened, because they were in the same generation. Because two reasons I chose it. Well, three reasons. One reason was it was like $20 cheaper to get a 7800 than an NES. The second reason was the games were a lot cheaper than the NES games. And the third reason was the 7800 could play 2600 games, which I was a fan of, but I never owned. And because of that, I was able to amass a big cartridge collection. Like I would go to like garage sales and find cartridges for a couple bucks. I'd go to Toys R Us. They'd have clearance cartridges all the time. Like that's how I got Missile Command and ET brand new. They were clearance cartridges, $5 or something like that. And so if I had an NES, I wouldn't have gotten nearly the number of games. I probably would have had fun, no doubt. But I had a lot of fun with my 7800. So yeah, I did kind of skip over the NES. I eventually got a NES in college from Funkoland, but that was way after its day in the sun. So let's see, talking about hardware smuggling into Eastern Europe. Are you getting the television Amico? Right now, I'm not. But, and that's just because it was put out of my price range. Originally, when they said it was going to be like $180, I was thinking I was going to get one. And then they said, okay, it's going to be $250. And I was like, wow, do I get one? Because if I had that much money, I might get a Nintendo Switch. So I wasn't sure. And then the other night, I was talking about it and somebody super chatted me a $20 and a $5 pledge. And I was like, you know what? If I get enough of those super chats, I'll maybe get an Amico. So I have that $25. Really, it's more like $20 after YouTube takes their cut set aside. And I'll see if I can live stream my way to earning one, then I may in fact get an Amico. I mean, it's May right now. The Amico's coming out in October. So I got about 5 months yet. So I'm going to see if I can save up that money, basically just doing these live streams. I'll see what happens. And as some people might say, t-shirt sales, which don't exist yet, but who knows? So the 2800 was released after the Famicom and was more expensive. Who would buy one? Yeah, at that point you wouldn't. I wouldn't buy a Famicom or a 2800, but those are very rare and collectible. Atari fans, I have a friend on Twitter who collects that kind of stuff, and it's very hard to get that Japanese packaging. And the 2800 in Japan, I believe the shell and the way it was made ended up becoming like the design of the 7800. It had that same, it was different hardware underneath, but they used that shell. I skipped to Genesis and got a TurboGrafx 16, then Genesis later. That's interesting. That's like me having a 7800 when the NES was king, because the TurboGrafx 16 didn't have a lot of people who owned one. Let's see. Some of Atari's games, arcade games, were hits in Japan. I'm just reading the chats right now. David Bishop just showed up right at the last second, right before I go. And hey, David. Yes, I will be leaving soon. I will. So of course this will be available for replay after this goes down. So if you missed any of it, you can go back. This has the coolest name for a game in these going downs. So thank you everyone for joining my live stream tonight. It's another hour or so of Atari 8-bit action. Risk says he always wanted TurboGrafx. One of my dream systems to get for the show is a Turbo Duo, which they're expensive. They're hard to get, but if you got one, you can play the CD games. You can play the TurboGrafx games. And I do have a TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and I did live stream that one time, and I might do that again at some point in the future. So I'm glad that I have that. And I did own a TurboGrafx system for a while when when Toys R Us was clearancing out the systems. I bought one and some games, had like New Adventure Island and Jackie Chan's Kung Fu. So that's for another day. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really do need to get going. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. If it's late, it's almost midnight here, and get some good rest. Otherwise, have a great day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.